Hamoud Salhi is a professor of political science and associate dean of international education at California State University, Dominguez Hills. He joins me from Los Angeles. Professor, what do you make of this new alliance, if you will, between Syrian forces and Kurdish forces?
This is a major through, particularly since it brings the Syrians to accept a autonomy for the Kurdish in their area. This is something that they objected to in the past, so this is a development. The other thing is we'll see how this plays with the Turks, and particularly since the Turks have been opposed to any kind of self-rules for the Kurdish. So it's a major development. It's a step in the right directions, perhaps.
U.S. forces certainly not looking to get into a fight. They're looking to leave. But what happens if they end up in the middle with Turkish troops on one side and their former allies, the Kurds, on the other?
It's a very difficult situation indeed, but I think there has to be a solution where the American troops will be protected. I think this deal, if it goes through and it's implemented, it's a step that will take into account those forces.
What about these ISIS prisoners? We are hearing hundreds may have escaped.
It's a serious business. This is a security issue. The presence of ISIS is well documented in Syria. There are some foreigners or ISIS members coming from foreign countries, including Europe. This could be troubling, but the numbers could be exaggerated depending what you're looking at. The short term, we may not see the impact, but it's the long term where this group, or these individuals, might be planting some kind of seeds for attacks later on Europe or United States or other place.
Professor, would it be wrong to assume we would not be in this situation today if it wasn't for the decision that U.S. President Donald Trump made last week?
Yes, on the surface it is, but you know, somehow we were going to be in a difficult position for that. There had to be a solution to the Syrian conflict. The discussions about the constitutions, the pending issues about security, all of these were very, very important issues to address. Being in this position could be linked to President Donald Trump, but it was imminent. This would have been come to without because of the need to find a solution to the Syrian conflict.
And what is the solution to this conflict, Professor?
I think we are leaning towards more the respect or the recognition of the Syrian territory, the recognition of President Bashar Assad rule. This is reflected particularly in the Arab League and the rapprochement or the signs that the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia are sending to the Syrians. So there is there an understanding that the Syria will be better off with the Syrian regime. The second area is to start looking at the constitution. There are discussions currently happening, and those discussions will be shaped by the balance of power in the territory of Syria. And we see that the minimization of the role of the United States in defining the future of Syria, also the minimum role of Saudi Arabia and Emirates in that conflict. So we are heading for more discussion on the diplomatic side, and hopefully will avert a conflict between Turkey and Syria as it stands now.
All right, we'll leave it there. Professor Hamoud Salhi, thank you.